Perfect. Hello, everyone. It's always nice to follow someone that pretty much agrees with everything I'm about to say. So thank you very much for, coming along to this lightning talk on harnessing digital transformation trends in education, looking at digitalization, how it's connecting people, and how it impacts our students in a rapidly changing world, both inside and outside of the lecture theatre. So digitalisation is connecting people, universities and countries in ways that vastly increase our potential, but also that potential has the potential to make the world volatile, complex and uncertain. While there are differing views on the role that digital technology should play in education, we cannot and we should not ignore how digital tools have fundamentally transformed the world outside of the lecture hall, and how preparing students for the world of work that they live in needs to start with our educational practices. The interaction between technology and globalization has created both new challenges and new opportunities, and we need to be understanding of these and looking how we can introduce these into our educational institutions. I think it's important to note here that we are living in an ever more interconnected world. We already know and understand that digitalization is a hugely powerful force with many positive benefits, but technology now allows us to connect with and collaborate with anybody, anywhere in the world, at any time in a way that we've never really seen before. It can be incredibly empowering, and it can allow even the smallest voice to be heard absolutely anywhere in the world. We just need to look at the prevalence of things like distance learning courses, MOOCs, online learning, to see that either on-campus or off-campus learning remotely anywhere in the world is hugely obtainable with very few barriers. So, is it possible for us to determine the outcome? While digital technologies and increased globalization have a disruptive implication for our economic and social structures, including within our educational institutions, those implications and effects are not predetermined. It's the nature of our collective responses to those that determine the outcomes. Digitalization encourages widening participation, and almost everyone now has a device allowing them to access education, meaning we're now in a truly global marketplace. 20 years ago, a local polytechnic was maybe competing for a 10-mile radius of students, but now they can have potentially a really global reach. Digitalization is a huge opportunity, but one that we need to adapt to and rise to. So we need to ensure that the academic response is a collectively positive force that ensures our students continue to be positively impacting the smart cities in which we live in and thrive in. Looking at industry, traditionally it's a really great indicator of what to expect, and it's likely that future employment will continue to pair computer intelligence with a human's cognitive, social and emotional skills and attitudes and values. It will then be our capacity for innovation and our awareness and sense of responsibility that will enable us to really harness the power of artificial intelligence. The exciting thing to me is that this is happening now, and we're able to introduce this into our institutions from today. Employment and industry are already using artificial intelligence to enhance the way in which we work without sometimes us even knowing, down to things like the latest update from Excel recognizing individual trends within data. The persistent development to artificial intelligence will continue to impact and drive how the employment market develops. The creative industries specifically are adopting technologies in a huge way. They're the fastest growing part of the UK economy, over and above areas such as manufacturing. And you can see from a couple of the statistics here how popular the creative industry is. Creative technology, a subsector of this, is only expected to increase as the possibilities do so as well. All of the trends that we have suggest that this is the way forwards. Alongside developments of things like smart cities, we need to get on board with this as it's happening, and we need to ensure that our students are prepared for and more than just familiar with these technologies, as it's them that's going to be the future leaders in this and driving this forwards. So what can we do? For our students, studies are expensive, so it's important for us to get it right, both in terms of helping them get the most appropriate course and the most relevant course of study, but also down to us to actually deliver that education in the most effective and most dynamic way. It's clear that increased digitalization is going to happen, so we need to ensure we invest in the future and the tech that today's learners will be using in the world of work. To ensure this, technology should be embraced. Digital technologies allow us to find entirely new responses to what people learn, how people learn, where they learn, and also to enrich and extend the reach of the teaching. It allows us to progress with the practical delivery of education using technology to enhance the experience that we give to our students and widen the reach. We should be building what I like to call a phygital experience, so blending the traditional on-campus experience with the digital online technology-driven environment, using digital technologies to create and improve student experience. So ultimately, the goal is going from this, so breaking away from the traditional teaching methods potentially with the student engaging with technology by themselves on an individual basis, to this, giving students access to digital technologies at their fingertips, enhancing the learning experience by surfacing the relevant information to them from multiple different sources in multiple different formats and encouraging that collaboration. And then ultimately to this, fully embracing that phygital technology, combining the physical world and the digital experience to really enhance how the students can learn. A lot of the time it's thought that the gaming industry is kind of at the forefront of this field, utilising things like haptic controls, augmented reality, controllers like things on Wii and guitar here are given that really physical input method. But as we can see looking around today, education is also leading the way here. So medical institutions using augmented reality to manipulate a skeleton, or history courses exploring digitally remastered ruins. So we really are at the forefront of this within education as well. It's something we need to drive towards. So that's what we're doing currently. What do we want to strive towards? But what are we already doing here? Technology enables students to access specialised materials in multiple different formats and in ways that can bridge time and geographical space, increasing access for anyone, no matter where you've come from or where you are in the world. This is what we aim to do at MyDay, empowering institutions to deliver their physical campus experience to their learners via their own devices, wherever they are and whenever they are, allowing students to access their entire student life in one simple-to-use format and giving them whatever they need, so the right information for the right people at the right times from multiple different sources and in multiple different formats. One professor can now educate and inspire millions of learners and communicate their ideas to the whole world, not just within the confines of a single lecture theatre. Technology not only serves individual learners, but it can build an ecosystem around learning that is based around collaboration. So, as well as allowing individuals to access and engage with information and being able to collaborate and share information with multiple students all around the world, technology can help build communities of learners to make learning more social, more fun, recognizing that collaborative learning enhances goal orientation, motivation, persistence, and the development of effective learning strategies. Similarly, technology can build communities of faculty to share, collaborate, and enrich teaching, and also enhance professional growth. This allows people to hopefully not just cope with, but thrive in the interconnected digital world that we live in. So bringing this back full circle to what we kind of do at MyDay, we're constantly developing and enhancing what we do to fit the needs of today's students and the students of the future. If you would like to find out a little bit more, come and see myself or my colleague Adam, and more than happy to chat to you about how we can create your digital campus and unlock your potential. Happy to take a couple of questions, so I think I've got about a minute. Nope, feel free to come and chat to us later. Thank you very much.